For 90 years, Pueblo Grande Museum and Cultural Park has been preserving the culture and history of the indigenous people of the Salt River Valley. Excavations show that by 1350, Pueblo Grande had already been one of the largest and most important villages for more than 7 centuries. The Hohokam were gone long before Jack Swilling discovered the system of irrigation canals directly responsible for the settlement of Phoenix in the 1860s. In 1929, the Great Depression had just begun, and Phoenix city leaders were ready to make a historic decision to preserve the past. Aud Houseth was hired as the first Pueblo Grande Museum director and City of Phoenix archaeologist. He was also the first city archaeologist anywhere in the country.
It wasn't really until the late 1920s that it was donated to the city, and the city then purchased additional land around the mound to expand the park. Then in the 30s, the platform mound was excavated and the park was developed using a lot of money from the New Deal work program of President Franklin Roosevelt.
Phoenix was pretty innovative in 1929. It was growing rapidly, and they did some things that were unusual, even across the nation. The first city archaeologist, the first municipal museum. Those are pretty progressive ideas for the time.
In 1933, Houseth began the construction of the first museum building at Pueblo Grande, using salvaged material from city projects, volunteer labor, and adobe blocks made on site from material excavated from the mound.
The archaeologist built the building on $14.99, I believe. The only thing he charged the city for was a box of nails. Everything else was piecemealed throughout Phoenix, and he scavenged, and a lot of museums get started that way.
Fast forward to now, and Pueblo Grande is celebrating its 90th anniversary with events and exhibits at the museum and other locations.
The exhibit has 3 parts, one at Pueblo Grande, one at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, and one here at the gallery at City Hall.
Because it's our 90th anniversary, we wanted to be represented in all of the areas that the city of Phoenix has a museum or a gallery that the city owns and operates. Over at the Airport Museum, we have focused on our connection to the indigenous cultures. We worked very closely with the Salt and Gila River Indian communities, and they not only helped choose which objects best represented them and their continuity and connection to their ancestors, but they also created an original piece of art for us. In Phoenix City Hall, we have focused on the support that the city has given to not only to Pueblo Grande Museum and the preservation of our site, but also to the preservation of the archaeology that's basically underlies all of Phoenix. And here we wanted to talk about our stakeholders and the support that we've had over the years.
Working closely with the indigenous communities, the process of creating the exhibits began over a year ago with research and discussion.
We are, in essence, interpreting their culture. And so we want them to be a part of that interpretation. So inviting them in, giving them space to share their concerns and share their wishes for how their culture should be shared.
The Pueblo Grande site is sacred to our people and provides a very important link to our past. We are pleased the City of Phoenix has helped us protect the Pueblo Grande site and use it to increase awareness of our people and our culture. As the Pueblo Grande Museum celebrates its 90th anniversary, we look forward to continuing our close partnership and ensuring the preservation of this very important site for future generations.
Kim Nishihara is one of 2 exhibit designers that contributed to the project.
This exhibit took a number of months and many different staff and collaborators, writing text panels, selecting objects, putting the layouts together in 3 different galleries. And the challenge is that you have 3 different locations, so it's essentially 3 different exhibits going on at one time. What unifies all 3 shows is that we're celebrating 90 years of Pueblo Grande Museum. This is who we are, where we came from, what we learned, and where we want to go.
For guest curator Michelle Reed, the process was similar to putting a puzzle together.
it's a whirlwind of moving parts. You start with themes, you start with concepts, you start with desires. And one of the key elements desired was color, vibrancy. The theme of continuity came up a number of times. So you start having conversations with the stakeholders, with the donors, with the tribes.
A key element of any exhibit is the objects that are displayed. Museum curator Lindsay Vogel-Teeter worked with the exhibit designers to choose the artifacts.
What we wanted to showcase are some of the objects that we don't get to get out very often, and what we did for this exhibit is we asked staff to help us pick objects. I picked the trolley doors. So they're actually from the first museum building here at the museum, and when the museum building was built, there was no budget. And so what they did is they scrapped a Phoenix streetcar that was out of use, and they used the windows and the doors and everything off of it to build the original building.
In addition to the exhibits, the museum unveiled Portal to the Past, a public art project that connects the museum to the modern-day canal system.
The two snakes on either side represent the Gila in the Salt River, and a little example of the abundant wildlife that lived here in the water, the plant life, the birds, and the two rivers coming together eventually. And in the middle, we have two faces that upon coming together become one. So it's a symbolic representation of the great water legacy that we have here in the Valley of the Sun, thanks to the ancestral Sonoran Desert people.
Pueblo Grande has been a special place for 90 years and will continue to preserve and protect the past for many years to come.
This place is special. It's really important that we continue to care for this site, and we hope people will come to visit us to learn about the history of the place that we all call home now.
I think it represents a great effort by the citizens of Phoenix and the government of Phoenix to preserve a very important archaeological site. And the fact that after 90 years it's still protected and used for educational and research purposes is a testament to not only the importance of the site, but to the appreciation of a unique site that Pueblo Grande is.
There is deep cultural history in the city of Phoenix, because I think that people don't think about Phoenix, which seems to be such a new city. They don't think that we have that history, and we do. So I want them to know that we are connected intimately with the ancestors of our indigenous communities, and that the city has made a commitment to preserve history and culture.